Hello everybody, I am Dat Hippie, and I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. It's been kind of a hectic few days here at the house. I've been really busy with college stuff and trying to figure some things out for my family. Plus the internet connection here isn't the best, but it's better than other places. But yeah, the internet went out recently, last night-ish, when I was going to post a video for you guys. So the file I was recording that I was going to post got corrupted, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to redo pretty much everything I did beforehand. But I just want to let you all know I had a blast the other day. One, I had a photo shoot little session with me and my family. My friend Nemo kind of got some pictures, their family pictures and stuff of us. So yeah, we had a little photo shoot area at an old train depot here in town. Yeah, we love going to like little old rustic areas to do little family photos. So it got me thinking, what are some of the best locations I've seen in video games? Well, you guys have guessed it, it's another top 10 list. And this one I'm making up completely off my head. And here we go. Number 10. The Psychic Camp from Psychonauts. I believe it's like Mystic Woods or Mystic Hills or Mystic Falls or something like that. But anyway, it was the campsite itself was gorgeous, and the art style was amazing. It was kind of mellow gothic style camp, and it was fantastic, and I loved it. And then that art style in and of itself reflected everything else throughout the entire game, and I loved it. So yeah, the Psychic Camp from Psychonauts is going number 10. And number 9, surprisingly enough, Luca from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I would love to live in Luca, but unfortunately, I think if I were to live in a town anywhere in Spira, I'd probably end up being either some weird hermit on Mount Gagazet who even avoids the Ronsos, or some creepy old fart living in the Zanarkand ruins, because people piss me off. So I probably wouldn't have a chance to live in Luca, but I would love to if I could. So Luca gets number 9. And number 8, we are going with Midgard. And no, it's not because it's a very scenic place or because there's tons of free energy. It's because of all the action going down of Avalanche trying to fuck up Shinra Corporation, murder, brutal explosions, covering up a giant plate fall and blaming it on terrorists. And I would love to be in the middle of that. Yeah, sure, it would cause psychotraumatic problems for all the little people around, but I would enjoy the hecticness of it. I'd go like crazy. Hey, it's like the Purge night. Haha. But yeah, so Midgar takes number 8. Number 7. Here we go, folks. Number 7. I have to give it to Limbo from Devil May Cry, because Limbo is just so fucking weird. And I know I said locations. Well, Limbo's kind of a location. It's just an alternate dimension where demons live. That's kind of a location, I guess. I could specify and say the Limbo version of the Virility plant in the new DMC reboot. That was hands down a very neat little location for Limbo, and it was awesome. But anyway, that is number 7. Number 6 on my list, on my countdown here, is Traverse Town from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts actually has not been on any of my lists, but I loved Traverse Town because the whole time you're there, you're looking for Riku and Kairi, and then Donald and Goofy are looking for you, and Pluto found you, but Donald and Goofy ignored Pluto whenever he found you. So you're running around looking for your friends, while 2 of your future friends that end up helping you through this investigation thing are looking for you. So, yeah, it's really, really neat, and I did love Kingdom Hearts, but I don't like the overly kiddie, oh, friendship is the strongest power in the universe. Get edgy. Kill off one of your main characters or something. I mean, Birth by Sleep was really fucking creepy, and that was insane, but it still had that really kiddie message of, oh, we're friends till the end. Don't push me away, Kingdom Hearts. I want to keep playing your games. Don't do it. Give me a darker message. Please. I know you have the ability to do it to Square Enix. I played Final Fantasy X. I've seen one of your most fucked up games. Alright. Anyway, that was number 6. Number 5. Number 5. And I know this is kind of cheating, but I don't care. My favorite location from the game Dragon Age Origins is Lothering. And it's cheating because at a certain point in the game, you can no longer return to Lothering. Unless, of course, you got a DLC that allowed the return to Lothering, or the return to Ostagar, which allowed you to go to Lothering after it had been destroyed by the Horde. Yeah, because Lothering gets destroyed by the Blight after you, as the hero Ferelden, run through it. After that point in the game, you can't go back to Lothering because the Blight is spreading and it's destroyed Lothering. So, yeah. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for not putting the Qunari Wilds on here, but hey, you never know. It could be later on the list. There's still 4 other options to go through. And speaking of 4, number 4. Alright, and this is a kind of tie here from Fable 1. Bowerstone and the Arena. I love these 2 areas because the diversity of people within the areas and the diversity between the 2 areas themselves. You've got Bowerstone, the place where they don't even allow you to carry a weapon in Bowerstone South, but it has one of the best weapon stores in the game. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. And then you've got the Arena, which you're always allowed to carry a weapon, but then it sells some of the worst weapons in the game. I mean, yeah, occasionally after you beat the Arena, you can go back and find a few legendary weapons there for sale, if you're lucky. But, yeah, typically you're only going to be able to get up to, like, steel. So, it's not even worth it. Because in that game, the level of weapons where you had iron, steel, obsidian, and master weapons. In later games, they changed it. They had rusty, iron, steel, and master. I like obsidian, to be honest. They were awesome. I loved obsidian weapons because they looked fantastic. Yeah, and then for the bows, you had Yay or you. I don't remember how to pronounce it correctly. It's like yew, oak, ebony, and master. And master was like this weird mixture of wood and metal, is how they explained it. It was weird, but yeah. Number 4 is a tie between Bowerstone South and the Arena from Fable 1. Moving on to number 3 on my list, keeping it in the Fable, Bowerstone Industrial from Fable 3. It was hands down the creepiest art style used in the game. And I say this because if you look at the buildings, it's kind of this mellow sadness built into the buildings, like the art style used there. You can see the depression and the poverty in the area, the smog, the pollution, the terrible water sources, the factory smokestacks. You can just see that people hate living there, but they have to live there because that's the only place they can get a job. So it was a beautiful sadness in the entire area that I loved it, and it was incredible. And I loved the art style for Fable 3, by the way. The entire game was so beautiful. I just wish the story had a little bit more polish in it. Yeah, the story wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be. It was still an incredible story, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Alright, number 2 goes to a little place that is from a video game, but became more popular after a famous little internet series called Red vs. Blue. Yeah, I'm talking about Blood Gulch. The little built-in valleys surrounding, like the Halo 2 map, where it was just fort here, and you're in just a little hole. Yeah, Blood Gulch. Yeah. Blood Gulch Outpost number 1, reporting in. Vic, can we talk to Vic, please? I need to talk to... Yeah, but I loved Blood Gulch. I loved playing the map, mostly because every time I would play on Halo, I would always I had custom versions of every map available because I had no life. So I would make my own versions of all the maps, and I would place things everywhere so I knew where all the energy swords were, and I placed like 3 or 4 of every item on the map. So there were 3 rocket launchers at least, 2 energy swords, and it was really, on Blood Gulch for me and my friends, it was a race for those energy swords. Because whoever had the energy swords were OP. Because in the bases, I always had, there was 1 spawn for camo, 1 spawn for overshield, and then another 2 spawns for overshield and 1 spawn for camo. Well, and my team, we played strategically. We had 2 people get needlers and grab that overshield, and then we had someone always get a energy sword, which was usually me, and I would grab the camo and I would go up behind people and so we kind of cheated. And then we had people in our base with sniper rifles covering the flag while we were running out to go get the other flag. And it was usually the guy that had the camo was usually the one to grab the flag, and the 2 with overshield were the ones that, well, kind of covered him. But the other teams we played against never really thought to use strategy. They all just charged for the flag, thinking that they could make it. Well, our people that had sniper rifles, their other weapons were shotguns. So if you got close enough, they blasted you in the face and you were dead. Nothing you can do to stop that. But, alright, and number 1 is a little place from a little game that I played a long time ago. It's from Counter-Strike. It's also made a little famous by fellow YouTubers of mine that play Garry's Mod. Yeah, Rust. The map Rust. I remember playing it on Counter-Strike, and then I saw it on Garry's Mod, and I enjoy playing on that map so much because I know all the nooks and crannies to hide. Because I was a camper in Counter-Strike, and it's probably what got me killed the most, but it got me the most kills. So, yeah, Rust is hands down one of my favorite locations from video games of all time. So that's why it got number 1 on today's list. I would like to just include these honorable mentions here. Arkham Asylum. I'm sorry, it was gorgeous, beautiful, very gothic scenery, but it just didn't stand up to my other picks. And I don't know why, but there was something about the way Arkham Asylum was built that just bugged me. It seemed like it was built around the people that it was housing. Like certain areas reflected certain villains for some odd reason, like without even having any of the paint and stuff on the wall. It looked like the war where you first fight Joker's minions, where it has all the smiley faces and shit on the wall. Without all those, it looks like it was someplace built to house the Joker. Just because it makes no sense, and there's little lines on the fucking floor to direct you places. It's like he's trying to get into your head, and he's not even doing anything. So that's probably one of the reasons why Arkham Asylum didn't make it on there. Another place from a video game that happened recently, I really liked Dragon's Dogma. I had it on another list of mine, the top 10 RPGs in my opinion. Well, from Dragon's Dogma, I really liked the encampment site. Well, I liked it mainly because after you fought the Hydra there, that section where you fought it, it stayed destroyed. Well, after you fight the Hydra, you can go back into this little nook that wasn't there before, and there's a little bit of secret stuff back there, and it was really neat incorporation, but unfortunately the art style, which is what I was judging most of these on, wasn't good enough to get it on this list. So, and then finally, the one I'm really sorry about is Yokohama City from Enchanted Arms. See, my number 10 pick, it was a really hard fight between Mystic's Camp and Yokohama, because they're both in their own way really beautiful, but you never really got to see much of Yokohama before it was destroyed. Whereas Mystic Falls Camp, you see everything. And, well, that's probably the main deciding factor. I wish I could have seen more of Yokohama in its prime, but really the most you get to explore Yokohama is after the Queen of Ice destroys it. So, Unfortunately, Yokohama City wasn't on this list. I wish it could have been, but there's just not enough room in a top 10, guys. And there is no way in hell I'm doing a top 20. But I would like to ask you all that if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, at least a thumbs up or something. If you want to see more, or if you have a suggestion for any top 10 list I should do, you can leave it in the comment section below. If you want, you can leave a subscribe over here, and you can help out my channel. I'll have more of these for you anytime you want. I'm here all week. But thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and strictly platonically. Meh. But peace out, stay cool, and I guess for now, I am logging off.